Special thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video.
So, is LEGO Speed Champions in 2021 worth it? Let's find out. All right, so we're going to dive into the summer 2021 LEGO Speed Champion sets, all of which that you see right here in front of me. It's 6 different sets. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a quick review between all of them, but I do want to answer that bigger question is Speed Champions worth it? Is it a good product from LEGO? It's so different and it's so unique, and I can't wait to talk about it. So LEGO did provide all the sets that you see in front of me right now, but as always, all of my opinions are my own. So first off, all the sets that are in front of me right now are indeed licensed sets. Licensed. Keep that in mind. LEGO has to pay a certain fee for every single one of these sets. So next, before we get into the cars and minifigures, I do want to thank our sponsor, Squarespace.
So for a while now, I have been really interested in creating a blog, so that's why I use Squarespace to not only buy my brand new domain, brixphotos.com, which is actually a real website that you can go to. Squarespace has a full-on template to start up your blog right away, and I specifically wanted to focus on my photography skills because that's what I specialized in college. So for this, I decided to do a Geonosis themed website showing the progress through photography. And with Squarespace easy, ready to go templates, it took me literally minutes to get this site up and running and public for you guys to view. And if you use the link squarespace.com/solidbrickstudios, which is in the description, you'll get 10% off.
All right, so we're gonna go from left to right. First up is the Ford GT Heritage Edition. It's this crazy blue color. It's like the medium azure color. I love it with a little bit of orange accent. Looks really nice. And then it also comes with the Bronco R. R standing for racing. That is why this Bronco here does not look like the ever so famous Bronco that has made its way throughout 2021, being quite the new 4x4 that everybody really wants. But unfortunately, it is the racing version in this set. I wish it came with the regular version. I hope one day we do get the regular Bronco, but that just isn't the case. And it makes sense why you get a racing version of the Bronco. It is called Speed Champions between all these sets. After that is the Toyota GR Supra. This might be my favorite out of the bunch. I think this car looks absolutely amazing. The yellow really stands out on the table, and it looks just like the Supra. After that is the Koenigsegg Jesko. That is this white car right here. Another supercar from the lineup, and I gotta say, it does look really good. And I do have to say, the white, while looks good, definitely doesn't stand out as much as some of the other colors here on the table. Next is the McLaren Elva. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's the blue one right here in the middle. It has no top. It's a topless supercar, which is strange, but we'll talk about that. Second to last is the Chevrolet Corvette set. This is going to come with 2 different variants, one from 1968 and the most newest C8, and it's also an R or racing model as well. Very cool set, and I know a lot of hardcore car fans will probably appreciate getting that 1968 version. And rounding it off, we have the Mopar Dodge Dragster set, and it also includes the 1970 Dodge Challenger in this purple color right here. This is actually a pretty unique set as well. So US pricing, you're looking at $50 for the Ford set. These 3 right here are going to be $20 each. The Chevrolet Corvette set is going to be $30, and then the Dodge set is going to be $50. So 2 $50, 3 $20, and 1 $30. Pretty impressive. And if you look at the piece counts on lego.com, and I'll leave those links to all the sets down below, the price per piece for all the sets is very impressive. All right, so first off, all these sets come with at least 1 minifigure per vehicle, and each minifigure has a unique print to the logo or brand of the car. So for example, for the Toyota Supra here, you are getting a minifigure that says GR on the front as well as the Toyota logo on the back, and that's the same case with just about every single figure here. That is really cool. That's such an extra mile for LEGO to make custom LEGO minifigures for the brand's respective car vehicles. It's kind of crazy that they do that, but I really enjoy that detail. And so you're always going to get a new minifigure in each one of these sets. There's no blank racing minifigure that just goes in every single one. It's something different for each. All right, so let's get into the cars now. That's what everybody's here for. So let's talk about LEGO Speed Champions for a quick second. These are the newer 8-stud wide cars. So Prior to this version of LEGO Speed Champion cars, they used to be 6 studs, so they used to be about 2 LEGO bricks shorter. A lot of fans, kind of like that. It was kind of mixed. And then, when LEGO came out with these 8 stud pretty recently, within the last year or two, a lot of fans like them or you dislike them. I personally think 8 stud is very nice. That allows you to put 2 minifigures in the car, which I think makes sense. So I think 8 stud is definitely the way to go, and they're pretty much minifigure scale at this length as well. So I think that's a benefit for LEGO fans as well as car enthusiasts. You're getting more detail on your LEGO car here, and you're still getting a very excellent LEGO set at the same time. All right, so let's talk about the Ford set, the Ford Bronco R here. This thing's interesting. It's cool because you can take the top off and you can there's actually a little bit of interior detail. There's some extra tires in the back. You can definitely have fun with this. It doesn't look quite like the Bronco except for maybe like the very front here. But overall, I do like the way it looks. As for the Ford GT, this thing's super accurate looking. I love the medium azure. They're using some crazy techniques to make this thing work, and I think it's very well done. As for the Jesco, I have to say this is also very accurate looking. It looks very nice. A lot of nice little accent colors around it with the lime greens, the blues, the yellows. But it is a majority white color, and I have to say when you're comparing all of them here, this probably is my least favorite. Next up, the Toyota Supra, which honestly I think is my favorite out of the bunch. This thing looks awesome. It honestly makes me want to go buy a Toyota Supra. I know they go for like at least 40, 45,000 starting. But man, one day I kind of do want a Toyota Supra. This is a really slick looking car. It's so cool. It's got an odd shape that just for some reason is attractive. And I'm surprised about how they're able to capture that with Lego slopes. It's pretty crazy that they were able to make it work, but it does. As for the McLaren here, there is no top to it, so it's an open style car, open style supercar, and it's kind of like a convertible basically. It's definitely interesting, but I don't know if it's my favorite. It's a little weird that you don't even get a windshield with it, so I don't know. A little mixed on this one. Now on to the Corvettes, the 1968 version here. Very nice. It's the Stingray model. I love the dark red. It does look a little plain looking, but it is pretty accurate to the real car. So overall, I'm pretty impressed. As for the C8 Corvette here, this thing looks nice, but man, did it come with way too many stickers. And that goes towards all Speed Champion sets here. They all have at least 15 or more stickers per car. So you are putting a lot on here. There's very few printed elements. As for this car though, you are getting kind of a printed windshield here, and that is very nice, but there still is a ton of stickers. It is gray, so it doesn't stand out as much, but there's enough accents with the yellow that I think it still looks pretty solid. Second to last, we have the Dodge Challenger. It's purple. I don't know if I like the purple color personally. I think, it's definitely got some classiness of the purple, but it's not my favorite. We do have printed rims though, nice touch, so that's a nice change. Not as many stickers on this vehicle, and it still looks accurate, so it definitely stands out a little bit more compared to everything else here on the table. And then lastly, we have the Mopar Dragster. This thing is cool, guys. Like, on the box it doesn't look nearly as big, but when you have it in your hand, it is fun, and it's really cool how they got the details back here. This is just different, and I really like it. It feels like Speed Champions. Like, if you told me Lego Speed Champions and I saw this, like, this is exactly what comes to my mind, is something quite like this. There is quite a lot of stickers around here, but there are some bigger tiles, like 2x6 tiles being utilized, and I'm very impressed. This is a fun set. I could see not just a kid enjoying this, but also an adult. So we've now taken a look at all of the Speed Champion Summer 2021 sets, and now I have to answer that question. Is any of this worth picking up? I'd say if you're just remotely interested in cars, whether you think they're just cool, or you like the design, or you just like to go fast when you're driving, you might enjoy this. You really might, especially if you're in the Lego realm. Now, if you're watching this video and you've never really gotten into Lego sets, I would really encourage one of these $20 sets. They're such a good value, and you get such a crazy building experience for such a low price that any of these three are going to be a solid choice. Personally, I'd go with the Supra, but I think they're solid. As for the bigger sets, they're actually a really good value as well. The Corvette, especially at $30, you're basically getting $10 off what the other two cars would be at $20. So it should be a $40 set, but it's only $30. So this is a pretty solid deal. But at the same time, I do like the Ford and I do like the Dodge set as well. Both are very cool. So overall, all the sets on the table, I feel like, are worth picking up. If you're interested in any of them, maybe it's one of them, maybe it's all of them, I feel like you're getting a very fair value for the fact that they're licensed sets. And I do have to say, here in 2021, Lego Speed Champions is an easy pickup. I'm definitely going to be putting them on my shelf to display. I don't know if going forward I want to go pick up more. I'm a big Toyota guy, so if they do make some type of other Toyota model, I'll probably get that. I am also very interested to see what other Ford models they make. And there's plenty of opportunities for Lego Speed Champions to continue working with other car manufacturers and brands. And for my hardcore Lego fans out there, if you buy one of these sets and you build the car and you're just not interested in it, it is very crazy how many pieces are put into these things. And so you could tear them apart and use them in your mocks or however you want to use them in your Lego collection. So there's also that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if this big review of all of these sets at once was fun. Let me know if it was helpful. I can't wait to see what you guys have to say down in the comments below. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.